Are you tired of having useless teammates? Do you feel like you don't have enough impact in your ranked games? Want to carry your team to victory and show off your amazing amounts of first bloods? Well, look no further. Any of these duelists can be the perfect fit for you. In our previous video, 3 solo plays for each Sentinel, we highlighted how each agent has the ability to make plays regardless of their kits. Well, duelists are no exception, and are the agents that are even designed more so to do this. By making sure that you understand how to take space with their kits and opening up areas of the map for your team, it acts as a crucial step forward in taking control of the outcome of your ranked games. Each of these agents has the capability of snowballing and leading into more potential kills and are great to learn for anyone struggling to carry their ranked games. Instead of relying on your teammates to do the lifting, duelists thrive best when they can take control and dictate the pace of the game. Hello Epic Gamers, my name is Trey and today I'm excited to share with you some solo plays you can start implementing that other top ranked duelist players are currently abusing. If you guys enjoy this type of content, please comment down below which class of agents you'd like to see next. Also, if you haven't already, make sure to check out our previous guide if you feel like Sentinel agents are more your type.
First up on our list is relating to our ROOMBA. RAZE'S ROOMBA is the closest thing to Sova's drone. She's the only duelist out of the 4 that has enough utility to single-handedly clear a bomb site. Her ROOMBA, nade, satchels, and ultimate are all great at taking space and dealing damage. But let's talk more about her ROOMBA, which I believe to be her strongest piece of utility outside of her grenade. The benefits of ROOMBA is that you have the option to walk with your own robot, unlike Sova who has to command his drone and remain immobile. This is great because you don't have to rely on someone to follow up on your drone, as you can do it by yourself if you choose to. This is important because in ranked, you might have trouble coordinating with teammates, and that's why Raze has a much higher impact in that type of environment. Using it to clear areas like Bind Hookah, Haven Garage, Split A Main are great usages of her Boombot. Additionally, you can blast pack the ROOMBA to catch players off guard over objects, and you can throw it over stage as well with a jump as you activate the ability. Overall, it's not as good as Sova's drone at obtaining information, but it similarly acts as an entry fragger. You can follow up on it alone, which is great, and it has the potential to do damage. So although Raze is a duelist and has great utility to fight other players, her utility can be used to obtain information. She's one of the most versatile duelists and can provide an insane amount of impact for your team. With the changes of Satchel being much more difficult to damage enemies, one specific play has seen a big surge in viability. Obviously, you can satchel vertically and play on top of boxes to catch players off guard and secure some more cheeky kills, but I want to talk about how you can be more confident taking fights if you understand how to satchel peek. The premise of this play is simple. Instead of using the satchel vertically, by throwing it towards the side, you can swing extremely fast and shoot instantaneously. This is something that will surprise your opponent and mess up their aim. So essentially, you can jet dash and shoot instantly once you learn how to properly time to make this play. This is great in 1 versus 1 situations as they expect you to peek, but they will be thrown off guard by how fast and how far you go with the satchel. Look to do this when peeking a spot that players like to hold, for example, Bind Showers off spawn, A Short off spawn, and Hookah off spawn. Again, I stuck to one map to simplify the examples, but it can be done in so many different areas of the map. This solo play is something I see all high-level Razes do quite a bit. With that said, go and try it out for yourself, and it will definitely start netting you some more easier kills. For our next one, let's talk about her Dismiss Orb and how much potential it has. Because her Dismiss allows her to become invulnerable during its duration, it allows her to reposition freely without worrying about dying, as well as expose her body to scout for additional information. Reyna is one of the few agents in the game that can hold aggressive angles without fear. Once Dismiss is absorbed, it gives Reyna the option to continue pushing forwards or backwards. One thing many people aren't aware of is how far the Soul Orb can be grabbed from. This gives you the flexibility to play more unique angles, one and done spots, as well as long range fights. Because of the range, you can grab the soul into the Dismiss. Not only does the Dismiss allow you to mix up your aggression and reposition, but it can be used to fake your opponents out. This is because Dismiss can be cancelled at any point of its duration. For example, cancelling it early can be great if you reposition in a spot you want to be and don't want to wait the full duration out. Having the ability to cancel the Dismiss gives Reyna the flexibility to come out of her invulnerability earlier if you choose it so. One neat trick I love to do on Reyna is to use her Dismiss and fly out in the open to bait out enemies, quickly come back to nearby cover and cancel the Dismiss. Comboing this into a fast wide peek or a leer can net you a surprising amount of kills. I want to highlight the specific plays you can pull off because her Dismiss allows her to play so aggressively and in weird positions other agents wouldn't dare to play. I'll quickly go over some of these solo plays you can do on Haven. Keep in mind that whatever I cover on Haven can be easily applied to the other 3 maps as well. All you have to do is pay attention to the areas that you can play aggressively and still have the option to fall off or reposition in time with her dismiss. With that being said, let's talk about the defensive side and specifically the pushes you can do off the start of the round. My favorite on Haven is the mid walk down. You can either have a teammate hold mid window for you as you walk down, or you briefly hold it for yourself before you peek into the grass area. Often enemies will not peek mid window, and as they creep up grass, they won't expect the player to be peeking there. This should be done at least twice per defensive side, and if you're not doing something mid aggressively, you'll end up giving the attackers too much free space to work with. With mid out of the way, let's move on to C and A long. Both of these are pretty much the same. On A long, you try to hug the left side of the wall, and on C long, you try to hug the right side of the wall. As you shift walk up, if anybody peeks you, try to kill them as fast as you can and instantly grab the dismiss, and you can easily fall off behind the cinder block on A long or into C long cubby. If you can comfortably do all 3 of these walk down plays on Haven, you will be able to secure unexpected kills and give your team an early advantage. It's best done with somebody holding the immediate angle for you, but it can be done solo if you're confident that they don't expect it. The trick is to try and pay attention to the attacker's habits. Are they not pressuring one of those areas? If the answer is yes, then maybe it's a good sign to hit them with one of these plays. Obviously, doing contact plays with no utility can work wonders and catch people off guard, but it's equally important to understand how Reyna's Leer works and how you can make solo plays with it. Because Leer is a lingering CC ability, so anyone thinking about re-peeking it while it's up will still be blinded. This is especially important because players can often jiggle a Phoenix or Breach Flash and re-peek afterwards. However, Reyna's Leer must be destroyed or completely waited out. Make sure you start casting your Leers up into the air or straight into the ground. Bonus points too if you can mix them up throughout the game to throw your opponents off guard. The reason this is such a great idea is because it will force enemies to move their mouse vertically and horizontally to destroy your Leer. This makes it extremely difficult to flick back to your head once you've peeked with the additional vertical movement. Essentially, instead of flicking from the Leer to you in a horizontal manner, the enemy now has to adjust both vertically and horizontally. Unless you're pressed for time, try and make it as difficult as it can for your opponents to shoot your Leers. I think the best way to use her Leers is by taking space with them. Being comfortable using it in an area that enemies like to play and taking that space from them is a great way to set yourself up for opening picks. Again, because her Leer lingers, if they don't shoot it right away, take that opportunity to move up and clear space for yourself. By using Leers and popping your ultimate as much as possible, the players will feel pressure to either fight you or give up a lot of space. You can use this to help your teammates push up with you or have them group up and take a site when they're distracted with you. Some areas that Reyna can be very effective at are Ascent Mid, Ascent Cat, Bind A Short, and Bind Hookah. Those are just a few to name, but she does thrive in areas with a lot of open space that don't have a lot of cover to hide behind. A good rule of thumb is to use both your Leers each round, as her Devour and Dismiss gets a charge per round for free. Holding onto a Leer or two will cost your team rounds. Because Reyna is so cost efficient, it's important that you remind yourself to use your Leer whenever you can. As Reyna, you can easily keep having impact as long as you secure that first kill. It's imperative that you use your Leers as much as possible to secure map control and potential kills. You can do this alone as I've shown, but if that's not working, think about how you can do it with teammates. Solo plays are great to know and utilize, but the best plays are the ones your enemies don't expect. Okay, we've already talked about how great Reyna's Dismiss is and its potential to snowball one kill into multiple kills. However, I think Jett's dash is a more versatile one, as it does not require any kills to utilize. It is limited in how many times you can use it over Reyna's Dismiss, but because you aren't required to kill someone first, this will actually give you more confidence in playing aggressive with her dash. You can use her dash aggressively to peek split mid off the start of the round and dash to mail when you hit or miss your initial shot. The key is to be comfortable missing the shot and dashing away. You don't want to be dying when your dash is up so easily. Obviously, this is one specific play, but again, like Reyna's walkdown strategy, you can do the same thing with Jett on pretty much all lanes on every map. If you're uncomfortable doing this solo play on defense with the operator, go into custom games with a friend and practice the timing and muscle memory. Although dashing onto a bomb site isn't a solo play for the most part, you are doing it alone to create space for your team. It's also great because if you've successfully shown that you're willing to do this and it works, it can act as a good fake to allow your team to potentially go to other bomb sites for free. So let's discuss how you can use Jett aggressively to single-handedly create tons of space for your team. I want to highlight this on Bind, as the teleporters available to the attacker side of the map are great for Jett, as she or her team can use it to back off or fake with them. Let me quickly show you how you can make space on A short with her dash and B hookah with her updraft dash. By smoking in front of you where your dash will land, you can create space, break any trips, and avoid an immediate death by landing in the smoke. For example, by smoking to the right next to the entrance of the B bomb site on split and dashing through B main, you'll break any tripwires at the entrance and help your team feel more comfortable funneling onto site. Let's keep it simple. Phoenix's flash is his bread and butter utility. Being super comfortable using it is the single most important thing to understand when learning how to master this agent. Without his flash, he's not able to take fights dry and run away for free like Jett or Reyna. This is important to understand, as more so than all the characters so far, if you're holding onto his flashes, it's very difficult to beat out the other duelists. Flashing around walls and terrain is great, but if you can flash over them, it's even better. The reason behind this is that it can often cover more areas and it's harder to react to. So if you can mix up your flashes from over the box and around boxes, you can really throw your enemies for a loop. One of my favorite spots to flash like this is on Haven A short. Flashing over this box can be quite annoying, and it will cover both the deep corners that players love to play in. Another important thing to remember, don't be afraid to use two flashes, especially if you're not entirely sure where they could be playing. I would suggest that you start the game early with two flashes and condition your opponents to that. This way they will be scared of two flashes and will have lower incentive to contest your later flashes. Phoenix's wall is the most underutilized ability that many newer Phoenixes have trouble implementing. But I want to talk about how great it is at cutting up portions of the map, which can allow you to flash through the wall or use it to take space while it blocks vision. Let's quickly look at how you can do this on C and A site on Haven and the potential it has to secure kills and potentially help your team secure the site. First, if you place your wall vertically here, it will cut off the garage and logs line of sight, which will help you clear the site easier from the left side. On the flip side, using it to cut off the left part of A site can help your team focus on the right corner to clear instead of both. You can also flash through either of these walls and kill any enemies waiting for the wall to fade. This is a very effective strategy.
I hope this video helps shine a light on some potential plays that each duelist is capable of. Because each of them have kits tailored to help them secure fights easier, it's important to understand how you can do this with a higher chance of success. It's also just as important to stay dynamic and change up how you're playing. Changing up how you're playing is a huge game changer. You always want to stay unpredictable. Being predictable is one of the worst things you can do as a player. It's okay if you try these out and it doesn't work right away. Just remember to keep trying these and tune these plays to fit your needs. Well, that's all we have for this video. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to hit the bell notification to ensure you stay up to date with our videos and ahead of the competition. If you want further help, feel free to check out our website, ProGuides.com, for the best on-demand coaching. Our coaches are among the very best, and we hope you check them out if you enjoy this video. They will help with any of your individual Valorant needs and can bring you to the next level. If that's not your style, make sure to go check out our Discord. We have a great community where you can chat, hang out, and possibly find friends to play with. Well, until next time, keep up the grind, ProGuides fam.